Imagine this. You pull back. You go quiet, thinking maybe, just maybe, she'll start to miss you. But instead, she seems unbothered. So what's really happening in her mind? And more importantly, what can you do to ensure your absence carries weight? Let's talk about the real power behind silence. Because this isn't just about not reaching out. This is about making that silence speak for you. 1. Why silence sometimes doesn't work. Silence can be a powerful move, but only when it comes from the right place. Too often, people go quiet thinking it'll spark longing. If I just stop texting, she'll realize what she's lost. But silence without substance is empty. If it's coming from desperation, not strength, she'll feel it. And it won't draw her in. Here's the truth. Silence only resonates when it's genuine. When you're actually stepping back to reconnect with yourself. If you're sitting there silently, but still glued to your phone, hoping she notices, she won't feel your absence. She'll sense you're still emotionally tethered. Women pick up on energy. If your silence feels forced, manipulative, or performative, it won't command respect. It'll do the opposite. Real silence, the kind that makes someone think and reflect, is rooted in self-respect. It's not about getting a reaction. It's about reclaiming your focus and emotional space. It's about pulling back for you. 2. The mistake of expecting immediate results. One of the biggest pitfalls? Expecting instant results. You go quiet and you start the countdown. She'll miss me in a few days. She'll text me next week. But human emotion doesn't work on a schedule. If she's used to you constantly reaching out, your absence might initially feel like relief. Space. Breathing room. But as the days pass, that space can start to feel like something's missing. That's when curiosity creeps in, then doubt, and eventually longing. But this only happens if you stay grounded. If you're waiting, obsessing, checking your phone every 5 minutes, you're still giving your power away. True silence means letting go of the outcome. You're not hoping, you're trusting. You're not reacting, you're evolving. Silence isn't a shortcut. It's a slow shift. And those who understand its rhythm know. The results come with time, not immediacy. 3. How women emotionally process silence. Here's where it gets deeper. Women often process silence differently than men. When a guy goes quiet, he expects a reaction. Fast. But women usually have a longer emotional runway. At first, nothing. She assumes it's temporary. She's seen the pattern before. But over time, that confidence begins to crack. Why hasn't he texted? Did he move on? Is he serious this time? And that's when the emotional shift begins. What you won't see is the internal storm. Because most women won't show it, not immediately. On the outside, she looks fine, calm, unfazed. But inside, questions are building. Emotions she hasn't faced before are starting to surface. That's the real impact of silence. It creates space for those buried emotions to rise. Not just missing your messages, but missing your energy, your presence, your consistency. The emotional wave takes time to build. But when it hits hard. 4. The power of focusing on yourself. Silence without self-improvement is like a car without an engine. It might look like progress, but it's not going anywhere. This is where most people fail. They stop talking, but they don't start growing. They pause the relationship, but not the self-reflection. The goal isn't just to make her miss you. It's to become the kind of person she realizes she underestimated. The kind of man who doesn't wait to be noticed, but grows in the silence. So ask yourself, what have you done with the space you created? Have you invested in your fitness? Started something new? Strengthened your mindset? Women are drawn to progress. If she eventually sees that you've evolved, through your actions, your energy, even through mutual friends or social media, it makes her pause. Did I get him wrong? Did I let go of someone who's now thriving? That's the ripple effect. And it's powerful. Because when silence is paired with self-growth, it doesn't just make her miss you. It makes her rethink everything. What really makes her notice? Here's something most people won't tell you. It's not the silence that makes her notice. It's what you do during that silence. If you're just sitting around, stuck in limbo, she likely won't give it a second thought. But if you're out there living fully, focused, evolving, thriving, that energy becomes impossible to ignore. Women are intuitive. They can sense when a man is grounded, purposeful, and self-assured. And they can just as easily sense when he's lost, stagnant, or emotionally tethered to them. Think of it this way. Silence without substance is forgettable. But silence backed by confidence, growth, and direction? That's unforgettable. It's felt in how you carry yourself, in how you speak, in the choices you make, and most importantly, in the way you've detached from needing her validation. When she sees that your happiness no longer depends on her presence, it creates an emotional shift. She begins to feel your absence, not just physically but emotionally and energetically. And that's when the questions start. Why does he seem so content without me? Did I underestimate his value? The key isn't in doing something to get her attention. It's in fully shifting your focus back onto yourself. When you do that, you radiate an energy that naturally draws people in, not out of need but from genuine magnetism. 3. Why chasing her backfires? Chasing someone who's pulled away is one of the quickest ways to lose both respect and influence in a relationship. When you break your silence to chase, the message you send, consciously or not, is, I don't believe I'm valuable enough for you to come back on your own. That energy repels. It hands over all the power and confirms her belief that she has nothing to lose. When you chase, you remove the mystery. You eliminate the intrigue. You show your entire emotional hand, and she no longer has to wonder where you stand. Here's the reality. People are naturally drawn to what they can't fully have. What feels slightly out of reach sparks curiosity and desire. What's always available is often taken for granted. So instead of chasing, choose patience. Choose self-respect. Choose stillness over desperation. Let her feel your absence. Let her wonder. Because when you maintain your composure and focus on your own life, you reclaim the power. She'll begin to see you as a man who knows his worth and refuses to compromise it for anyone. 4. The psychological impact of absence. Absence isn't just silence. It's a statement. When you remove yourself from someone's life, you create a void. And that void forces reflection. People don't usually realize the weight of your presence until it's gone. The laughter, the comfort, the connection. They begin to replay those memories when the routine breaks. Her mind starts filling in the gaps. Why isn't he reaching out? Is he moving on? Did I make the wrong call? This mental and emotional tension, known as emotional withdrawal, is powerful. It's what makes your presence echo even louder in your absence. But here's the catch. The impact of your absence depends entirely on the value of your presence. If you were emotionally needy, inconsistent, or over-reliant on her, your silence won't mean much. But if you were a source of strength, joy, and authenticity, your absence will hit differently. That's why no contact isn't about waiting. It's about working, leveling up, becoming so grounded in who you are that your energy lingers even when you're gone. 5. How to handle it when she reaches out. Eventually, your silence might stir something in her. Maybe it's a casual, hey, a question about something insignificant, or a deeper, more vulnerable message. Whatever it is, this moment matters. Your first instinct might be to respond immediately, maybe even emotionally. But pause. Take a breath. Respond not from a place of longing but from a place of strength. If you choose to engage, keep it calm, grounded, and measured. If you choose not to respond, let that silence continue to speak for you. Resist the urge to respond too quickly. When she reaches out, resist the impulse to reply right away. Responding too quickly or too eagerly can unintentionally undo the progress you've made during no contact. Instead, pause and assess the situation. Why is she reaching out? Is it out of genuine interest, or is she simply testing the waters? Understanding her intentions can help you choose your next step wisely. When you do respond, keep your tone calm, confident, and composed. Avoid jumping into deep conversations or revisiting the past too soon. Keep things light, natural, and engaging. If she asks how you've been, share something positive and authentic about your life. Let her see that you've been moving forward, not waiting around. This not only piques her curiosity, but also reinforces that you're grounded in your own life and not seeking her validation. Remember, the goal isn't to play games. It's to maintain your self-respect and independence. When you handle her message with ease and assurance, you shift the dynamic. She begins to see you as someone who is whole on their own, and that's a powerful energy to carry. Why confidence matters. Confidence is the foundation of attraction. It's not just what draws people in, it's what leaves a lasting impression. During no contact, your level of confidence or lack thereof speaks volumes. If your silence stems from insecurity, she'll pick up on it. But if it comes from a place of strength, it becomes a quiet, powerful message. True confidence isn't loud. It's not about pretending. It's about believing deep down that you are enough. Do you see yourself as someone who deserves respect and love? Or are you still chasing validation? These internal beliefs shape your behavior, and your behavior shapes how others see you. Spend this time investing in yourself. Pursue your passions, set goals, and grow in areas that matter to you. Build a life that reflects your worth. When she sees you thriving without her, it can shift her entire perception. She may start to wonder if letting you go was a mistake. But even more importantly, you'll start seeing yourself in a new light, and that's where the real transformation begins. Stay true to yourself. No contact isn't a tactic to manipulate someone's feelings. It's a chance to reconnect with your own. If you're using no contact solely to make her miss you, you're missing the point. This is your opportunity to rediscover your worth, clarify your values, and focus on what brings you peace and fulfillment. Staying true to yourself means setting clear boundaries, honoring your needs, and refusing to shrink just to fit someone else's expectations. It means showing up in your relationships with authenticity, not with a hidden agenda. Use this time to nurture your passions, strengthen your support system, and take care of your physical and mental well-being. And here's the most empowering realization. Your happiness doesn't depend on whether or not she comes back. Whether she reaches out again or not, you'll be rooted in a stronger, more complete version of yourself. That's what no contact is truly about. Not winning her back, but winning yourself back. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you and offered clarity, feel free to like and share it with someone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and tools to help you elevate your life. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's talk. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.